Hey guys, Behind Bars 1544 here, coming to you from my new Armorer's workbench that I had just built. Some 4x4s, pressure treated lumber, good old job lot carpeting, some really bright lighting from Lowe's. But this isn't what the video's about. This is just me showing off. I don't have many videos on YouTube. I only have a couple. One of them was showing how how easy it is to color fill the engravings on your firearms. Another one was a quick video on a SD9VE Smith & Wesson that I modified. I got fairly cheap and I modified. This actually isn't going to be a firearm review per se. This is just going to be a shout out to a firearm manufacturer. And I felt compelled to do this, and I'll explain why throughout the course of the video. Company we're talking about, FNH. Okay. Now, look, I am going to be straight up with you guys. I don't know much about this manufacturer. Fairly new to me, per se. I haven't dealt with them. I haven't fired any of their weapons. Being the type of collector I am, when I see something and that I like and it piques my interest, I give it a try. I do have my favorites. I'm partial to H&K. I'm partial to Glock. The newest Smiths are warming up to me, the M&P series and whatnot. But I definitely am the type of collector that is open to all manufacturers and will give anybody a try at least once. And this is what happened in this case. I went to my local shop, browsing around like I always do, came across an FNP 45. Used condition. However, I highly doubt the guy put any more than 50 rounds through it. So I went and I bought it and brought it home and cleaned it and polished the feed ramp, and just like I do it every single firearm that I purchase. And took it out to the range and was having some issues with it. So I did some research on this particular firearm, and come to find out a lot of what I was reading online coincided with the issues I was having. Around my area, local Walmart carries Winchester white box. Decent, inexpensive ammo. Now, this particular firearm absolutely despises Winchester white box, and I guess it's a known issue. I didn't know about it until it happened to me, but it has feeding issues, and I guess there's an issue with the magazines or the tolerances of the specs of the magazines. The magazine interior diameters are too tight for the Winchester rounds, and they don't feed properly. I don't know. I'm not sure. Just you could go online and Google it, and tons of ads pop up. Another issue is the trigger pin tends to back itself out after a little bit of usage. And again, it started backing out on mine. So I took it back to my dealer, and what he did is he sent it back to FN to have some repairs done. And, I was kind of disappointed. I really liked it, the looks and the feel of this firearm. I'm a collector. I love my firearms. I look at them just as a car guy looks at, you know, an old muscle car, or a biker looks at a nice Harley, and, you know, certain firearms just look good to me. They look sexy, and they feel good, and they fire good, and I like them. So this was a disappointment for me. I had high hopes. I got it for a really cheap price. Really cheap, and that's one of the reasons why I bought it. It looked good, it felt good, and I just couldn't pass up on the price. It was a deal. It was being sold on consignment. Well, sent it back, waited. Purchased it and sent it back first week in July. Second week in August. First week in August, checked with them, still nothing, still hadn't got looked at, whatever. Second week in August, go to my dealer to pick up something I had on layaway. And my buddy behind the counter, he goes, hey, you here to pick up your 45? I'm like, no, but is it here? He goes, yeah, it just came in the other day. I was like, oh, cool. I said, nobody called me, but yeah, I'll definitely grab it. And he turns around and says, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And I said, why is that? And the reason for it is because FNH replaced it with a brand spanking new FNX 45 with not one, not two, but 3 high-capacity magazines. And I was like, wow. You know, sometimes you're the elevator, other times you're the shaft. Today I'm the elevator. You know, something went right for once. Now again, I don't know much about this company, okay? But here's what I do know. I went online after I was having the problems, and I did a lot of research, and a lot of what I was researching online says that the company used to have awesome customer service. I guess they were primarily military, primarily, you know, built firearms and whatnot for the military, and then ended up recently, you know, going into the consumer market. Supposedly the customer service was awesome at one time, and then something happened along the way, and the customer service went downhill. And a lot of guys online were complaining about it. Well, like I said, I haven't shot this yet, so I don't know anything about it. I know this is the updated version of the FNP. The FNP had a lot of issues. This trigger pin right here would back itself out, whereas the FNX, I guess it's staked, so it's, you know, it's in there nice and tight. The magazines were having issues feeding certain types of ammo, Winchester white box especially, and I guess they remodified the magazines or whatever. Supposedly this FNX is the newer version. It's got a supported feed ramp barrel chamber, whatever you want to call it, where the other one was unsupported. And I'm not going to get into that. If you need to know what that's all about, you can Google that. Check out the videos on YouTube. Plenty of videos, plenty of you know, pictures and whatnot. But this is the updated version. It's getting great reviews, and I haven't shot it, so I can't sit here and say, well, this thing shot great, or, you know, it shot horrible, or here's what I think about it. This particular video is just to give FNH USA a big thumbs up. I don't know if I got lucky, and the guy that worked on my FNP just said, you know what, I'm like 2 hours away from going on vacation. I'm not even going to bother with this. I'm just sending this guy a new one. Or if FNH is actually listening to their customer base and saying, hey, look, we got some unsatisfied customers. We, need to get our shit straight. We got a lot of competition out there, and we don't want to lose that competition. I don't know. All I know is this is my experience. Bought a used gun and got a brand new one. And got a brand new one in return, and this thing is really, really, it feels good. It's got a good feel to it. It's got the adjustable back straps. You can take that off, put another one on. It's got the safety decocker. It's got a pretty good trigger feel to it. So, hey, FNH, thank you. Kudos to you. I felt compelled to do this video to let people know that I had a good experience. And you know what, guys? If you have an FNP 45 and you're having problems with it, all I can say is just send it back. List everything that you're concerned about, what it's doing, what it's not doing. And you might get lucky, you might not, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know if this was just a freak thing, but I'm very, very happy with the company. So that's why I'm doing this video right now. Once I get this baby out on the range, I will definitely let you know how it shoots. Other than that, that's it for this one. Short and sweet. Behind bars 1544. Stay safe. Happy shooting. Take care.